And with that, we are live.
You know what? Go. Go.
No, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I didn't know you were starting the show.
You told me to start this show.
I said we can start, and then you tell me, okay, so shut the fuck up before you start the show. But go ahead.
Yeah, because that always works. But yes, we are live, and we are here to give our review of Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle. Good God. I'm sober and I can't even talk tonight. This is gonna be
It's
fun.
Castle at the Clash, okay?
Sure, that works too. As you see on the screen, I got JP and Rayshon with me so far. Connor should be joining us, provided he hasn't fallen asleep.
You realize Star Wars going in the fucking background.
Oh.
As long as they can't hear it, it's fine.
Oh, they can't hear it, but if they can see it, okay, whatever. I'm not going to fight with you. Move on.
Move
So,
on.
yes. Clash at the Castle was tonight. Basic thoughts on the show, start to finish, before we break down things per match. While I fix
Go ahead.
here.
Go ahead, Rayshon.
I just look at your poll and I graded a B, but that's a
Okay then.
I graded it a B as well. I liked what they did. I did not. So I was working all day, so I didn't see the whole thing. Or I actually watched the whole thing, so I didn't see everything from the get. So I seen the results. I was mixed on the results until I seen what actually happened in the show. We'll get into it. I agree with everything they did. Every booking decision that they made was the right decision based on what I seen. What about you, Heather?
I'm sorry, what?
What about you?
I knew as soon as the women's tag team champions changed hands, none of the world titles were changing hands. So, yeah. That brought the rating down for me to a C.
But why? So I understand that they should have. Yes, Drew McIntyre, and I'm going to tell everybody now, spoilers. Drew McIntyre should have won. However, what they did is now we know what's happening at SummerSlam. You have a match at SummerSlam with Drew versus CM Punk. Drew will win the world title. He will get his run. They're trying to turn him babyface again. I think he's one of those guys that they could do a tweener thing with him.
It's kind of what he's been doing for the past month and a half already.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. That's just me, though. But yeah.
And
So
and
go ahead.
also, they're bringing Cody Rhodes right back into the Bloodline story.
But they needed to move on from AJ Styles.
So
Makes sense.
shove him right back into Bloodline?
No, God. Yeah, who else is he going to face? There's nobody to face right now. And if you pay it, have you been watching with me? I know you have. Think about what they've been doing. What did Paul Heyman say to Solo Sikoa? He said, do not worry about Cody Rhodes. We have him under control. So you knew it was going to happen at some point. SummerSlam is coming. They have to do something with that. And I don't think it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. I think it's going to be a 3-on-3 match. And you're going to get that next person to join the bloodline. Or Roman Reigns is coming back. One of the two.
Sorry about that. I've been having internet issues for the last week now.
That's all right,
Computer
man.
just
Finish your thought from before.
Yeah.
fuck I was talking about. Oh, the tag
General
team match.
thoughts
I
on the show.
understood overall the show. I didn't entirely see the main event. I did saw clips of it. The main event was kind of like I already knew where I knew Drew. I'm not Drew McIntyre. I knew Drew McIntyre wasn't going to win, and I knew CM Punk. I just had a feeling, so I didn't see that match. I was doing personal stuff, but overall, the show I think it was a nice, solid international show. Nothing to like write home about. I feel like it
I
was
think it
just like a
was.
Raw or SmackDown show, honestly.
I I think it was. I think it did. I think it was a better than average show. I gave it a B. It's one of the better. It wasn't as good as France, but it was a pretty good show. It did everything it needed to get to SummerSlam.
Yes, understandable. I agree with that. I gave it a B too, but I gave it like a low B.
I gave it a high B. And Heather and I were talking about the first match now.
Okay.
So that match, Cody versus
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. I love the finish for the simple fact is Cody decided to say, you know what, I'm not going to be a nice guy in this match. I can't be.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be as heelish as I can possibly be. That's the only way I'm going to win this match. Which I loved, and I loved that he handcuffed him and then beat the shit out of him. And then he grabbed the stairs at the end of it and was going to hit him with it. And AJ realized he was fucked. And he said, I
Yeah.
quit because he didn't want to take any more punishment. Which makes sense. It doesn't hurt AJ Styles at all, in my opinion. You can still do something with him. I don't know if he's literally retiring, but he's getting close.
I
He'll
actually
probably he'll
sorry.
probably be one of those guys that will wrestle every once in a while, not all the time. He won't be on the show weekly.
He'll
Like
be
a part
cannon fodder for the Rumble until he retires now.
But yeah, I mean he'll still have that match at WrestleMania where he'll get a shot at somebody. Dream matches is what's going to happen with AJ Styles, which is fine. Has he had a match with Seth Rollins yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's had a few matches with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, but was that during the Triple H era or the Vince
Yeah,
era?
it was for Seth's title.
Okay.
Before he went.
I'm just asking. I don't fucking remember. I'm 51. I'm getting fucking old. I don't know. I enjoyed the match. It wasn't the best match on the card.
I mean, it's up there, in
No,
my opinion.
no. I'm gonna disagree with that. I think the Bailey and Piper Niven match was better.
I enjoyed that match too. But I mean, I say it's up there, story based, and I agree with you with the finishing of that AJ Styles match. Not only it doesn't harm AJ Styles, but AJ Styles quitting like that, and the way Cody Rhodes was just moving in that match, it actually helping tell the story with Cody Rhodes, in my opinion. Like, is this guy is going to continue to be a nice guy, or is he going to be a hellacious guy? Like, which Cody Rhodes we going to get? You know, and then they could continue with that story, giving him different reasons to like act hellacious
Mm-hmm.
without crossing the boundaries.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? They could continue to tell that story, and I think that was the beginning of this match with Cody Rhodes.
Cody
Not
Rhodes
the
isn't turning heel.
no, not turning heel, but like he could become a tweener.
Mm-mm. There's no way.
They
There's
negated that with what happened at the end of that match anyway.
They did.
Oh, what? I
I like
guess.
it. I like it. I don't. It's not going to be a singles match because if you watched it, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens came out.
Yes.
So at the next PLE, they're going to do a 3-on-3 match, which is what is the next PLE?
It's not SummerSlam. It's Money in the Bank.
There you go.
They're gonna do a 3-on-3.
They'll do a 3-on-3.
Was it Bloodline versus Kevin Owens and
Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes. Your SummerSlam match will be Cody Rhodes versus The Rock.
If he can
I
get
don't
back
know.
in time, because The Rock
it-
got
it-
injured on a movie set recently.
Okay,
Really?
so hold on. Just relax. Fine, I did not know that. Here's what they could do. Roman could come back, and he could then get a shot at. He could say, "I'm coming after you, Cody." Done. And then The Rock or the Bloodline turns on Roman Reigns during that match. And that's when you get The Rock being the leader of the Bloodline. He doesn't have to wrestle, but and that you can build that out to fucking Survivor Series, and have Roman needs to find people to be in the
War Games.
Yeah. And it'll be Roman will side with Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. Somehow, some way it will happen.
Nah.
I do, yeah, watch.
I think somehow, some way, bear with me because Survivor Series is a co-branded pay-per-view.
No.
He will somehow the Usos will come back together. Roman will be in that match, and
Who
Sami
else?
Zayn. Sami Zayn.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Sami Zayn's probably going to move on to something else.
Listen, I mean, he'll probably just get the band back together for one more time, for one more match.
I think Sami Zayn will still be the Intercontinental Champion by Survivor Series. I don't think they're taking the title off of him until like Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that's fine. So put him in a match where he don't have to defend his title.
No, he will defend his title at Survivor Series. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think Sami Zayn. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know. Like
I'm telling you, what are you going to do?
The IC Championship.
Hold on. Who's the bigger star, Sami Zayn or Cody Rhodes?
Cody Rhodes at this moment.
There you go. That's who's going to be in that match.
No, he's going to be in the match. Sami Zayn is going to be with them too.
Nope, it's a 4-on-4. It's not a 5-on-5. It's a 4-on-4. It will be Jacob Fatu, because I think Jacob Fatu will show up at Money in the Bank. Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Solo Sikoa versus Cody, Roman Reigns, and the Usos. I could see that. I can see it happen.
I could also see Roman Reigns getting Jacob Fatu on his side.
He has to be a heel.
Much of a heel.
He's too much of a heel.
I didn't know
much of a heel. Yeah. But then The Rock will show up at War Games and cost Roman Reigns, which then you will have at WrestleMania Roman Reigns versus The Rock. And that'll be main event night 1 probably, or night 2. It might even be for night 2.
I was going to say
it's the bigger match.
something about the IC champion. I could see Gable winning the championship. Honestly, I could see
At some
him.
point, he will be. They have to do this ending the Alpha Academy first
Yes,
before he
yes,
wins it.
correct.
He ain't winning it off of Sammy though.
No, we'll
Because
see. I don't know.
Sammy made the gesture tonight as he was leaving the
Hey,
ring.
he's
Done.
yep. He's not getting any
no
more.
more chances with Sami Zayn as champion.
I think Chad Gable is more suited for the U.S. title anyway. He's not an Intercontinental Champion, in my book.
He has to switch shows.
He will. I think that's what could happen. Was that the second match? No, the second match was
the second match was the ladies' triple threat tag team championship.
Oh, right. So I give that the AJ versus Cody maybe 3 3/4 stars, maybe 4. It was really good. Right decision. It was very well booked. The spot with Cody's mom was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. So I would give it a 3 3/4, 4 stars with the match because I'm not a big fan of I Quit matches, of the
Why
gimmick
not?
matches. I think, like Basement said, it's too early for it. They should have had one match where AJ actually won but didn't win the title.
No. I was asking like why you not a fan. That's understandable. I get that. I was asking like why.
Because it's okay for this match. It's too soon.
No.
I don't hate stop, Rayshawn. I don't hate I Quit matches. For this particular reason, it was way too soon.
The second match in the feud, yeah.
Way too soon to do it. I don't hate gimmick matches. I'm not a huge fan of them because they just are overdone, in my opinion. So that's why I don't care for them as much. But this one was too soon, but I did like how they finished the match. That's all I'll say. So the next match was the tag team triple threat.
Yes.
Go ahead, Rayshawn. Your thoughts?
Kind of messy. It was a very messy match.
Well, okay. So there's one spot I want to talk about, and that's when Jade Cargill jumped off the rope and
flopped like a fish to the mat.
Slipped. Shit fucking happens. Yes. It happened 3 times in this fucking show. Damian Priest did it.
Yeah.
It happens.
I mentioned that earlier.
Well, yeah, it happens. But you have to remember. Let's think about this for a minute. I'm glad that spot happened because it shows that shit isn't fucking easy. And none of it should be. This is why I'm glad Ricochet's not in the WWE anymore, because he makes shit look too fucking easy. Right? That's why I don't like Rey Mysterio, because he makes shit look too fucking easy.
No, with Rey Mysterio, for me, it's not that he makes shit look easy. None of his moves have any impact.
Well, that too. But he makes doing fucking flippy shit look like it isn't that hard to do.
It's because he's like 4 foot.
When it actually is. Huh?
I mean, because he's 4 foot, she said.
Because he's like 4 foot nothing.
Right. It doesn't, but that's the point. He makes it look too fucking easy. So I don't like it. All these fucking people that do that shit make it look like it's not hard to fucking do and everybody can fucking do it. Even Brian Cage, he's 300 fucking pounds and he makes it look like yelling and I'm probably going to get knock on the door. Yeah. He makes it look too fucking easy and I hate that. Everything should be a struggle. Well, I loved the end of Jade Cargill. What I did love is they didn't try to do it again. They just moved on.
I just don't like when a wrestler who's clearly not a high flyer or or shouldn't have any springboard moves doing those type of moves. Like there was a time when
Okay.
Big Show was on the top rows. Like why is Big Show?
So okay. So I disagree with you, and I'll tell you why. She tried it. I guarantee it. She won't. She might try it again, but she won't do it all the time.
Yes, but that's not something you want to try live.
What? Yeah, sure, why not? She's trying. This is the problem that I have with people bitching about this. To make fucking mistakes. She made a mistake. It happens.
I understand. Anyone
Shit like this happens. If she tries it again, who knows? She might fucking actually succeed the next time she fucking does it. I guarantee it that fucking AJ Styles, the first time he tried doing that phenomenal forearm a couple of times, or what, all the stuff that he does, didn't always fucking work. I've seen him botch shit before. It happens. It happens to everybody. I think Jade Cargill can do it because she's athletic enough. I think it was just that warm and she slipped on the rope. It happens. I'm glad that who won the match because I knew they were going to pull the trigger on those two. And this will build to Jade and Bianca breaking up.
Okay, I have a question about, because I don't watch the weekly shows. Why? I could understand why they in the match because they in Scotland, right? That's just me not watching the weekly shows. My question is, why exactly they are in this in the match?
They've been involved. They've been involved with the feud. They threw themselves into the whole thing like 3 weeks ago. So they just weren't thrown in the match. They've been involved in the feud.
Not to also mention the fact that that's about all the tag teams that they have for the women's division. So
no, they don't. They have more than that.
Not many more.
They have the Kabuki Warriors because they're going to use Kairi Sane and Io Sky and stop. They're going to use Kairi Sane and Io Sky until Asuka comes back. Or Dakota Kai.
I was going to say Dakota Kai would be more likely considering the last time we saw them, Io Sky was throwing a fit because of what they were talking about.
Yeah. But she was also in a tag team match not that long ago either. My point is there's more than the people that they had in that fucking match. There's more tag teams than you think. And they don't all have to be actual tag teams. They can fucking just throw two people together and challenge for the title. Like, I can tell you right now, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair are going to get another shot at the title. They're going to lose, and that's when their dissension begins. It will happen.
The writing was on the wall. I think everyone saw that a mile away.
The other two that were in match, Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, they were actually thrown into the match. They won a qualifier to get a title. That's all they did.
It's still a qualifying match.
But yeah, no shit. But Alba Fire and Isla Dawn were involved with Jade and Bianca for about 2 to 3 weeks longer than them two in the feud, is what I'm getting at. Because I think they attacked somebody. They might have attacked Bianca Belair. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. So, that match, it served its purpose. The decision was correct, and I laughed my ass off because The problem, Bianca Belair looked worse than Jade Cargill. Bianca Belair is a robot.
She always has been.
Terrible.
It was around this time for this match that Wendy started being her annoying self. So I missed some of it, but the match got better when they kept throwing Jade and Bianca out of the ring and keeping it just to Zoe Starks and Shayna against Isla Dawn and Alba Fire.
Yeah.
So that should tell you something right fucking there. They don't that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill do not belong being a team, and they did not belong having the fucking championships too.
Well, they need to be a team because they are ultimately going to break up, and them two are going to have a match at SummerSlam. That's what's going to happen.
It needs to happen sooner than fucking SummerSlam.
Who will go over at SummerSlam? Who you think?
Jade.
It's going to be Jade, because she's the newest superstar.
Jade Cargill will ultimately win the world title at some point.
She don't deserve it.
Well, half the fucking women on the fucking roster don't deserve it. You have to give it to somebody. Look, Jade Cargill looks like a star, acts like a star. She just isn't very good in the ring. You have to put her in the ring with people that can actually fucking wrestle. You will see her wrestle Bayley, and I bet you her matches will be a little bit better because Bayley can lead. Charlotte, I'm telling you right now, WrestleMania, Charlotte versus Jade Cargill will happen. At some point, it's going to happen, and I can tell you right now that I believe Charlotte can help her along. It's gonna happen. Jade will not get any better, but she will look better with people that can actually carry a match. Right now, she's in there with people. There is one person in that match, and that being, well, two people. Shayna Baszler can carry, but she's too vanilla.
Yeah, she has no charisma.
Yeah, she don't. She's a charisma vacuum. But Alba Fire can go. The only problem with Alba Fire is she's just too small. She's not very big.
So let me ask you this: do you think it was too soon for Jade to come to the main roster? Like, yes, she could have started.
She should have gone to NXT.
No, they were never. No, it doesn't matter where she goes. If she would have showed up on NXT, she would have been no better.
Yeah, but
what are you going to do with her? What are you going to do with her in NXT?
Develop her.
Develop her.
You just said she's green.
She's been at the Performance Center for how fucking long?
6 months.
How much better? Okay, how much better is she going to fucking get?
Okay, there's people that have been in NXT developmental brand for 6 years, and they finally got their break.
Who?
I think Sami Zayn, DIY.
Sami Zayn was not at NXT for 6 years.
Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa.
Johnny Gargano was only in fucking NXT for 1.5 years or 2 years, 3 years. But the only reason he was in NXT for 3 years is because Triple H didn't want to fucking give him up. He fought to keep him there.
Yeah, because he knew Vince was going to fuck him up.
Yes. Triple H knows what he has in Jade Cargill, and he knows she's probably not going to get any better. So he's just using her to make money. Why not just have her on the fucking main roster? Fuck it. Who cares? She's going to burn. She's going to... Her light will burn out. And it'll happen. She won't become a has-been, but she won't be... She's not going to be a fucking 15-time world champion. She's not going to be a Charlotte Flair. She's never going to be. She's not going to be a Bailey. She's never going to be. Just accept the fact of what she is and just move on. That's all I can tell you. If you can't move on, I don't know what to tell you. But WWE at some point will put the title on her, and she will be involved in a couple of matches. And Charlotte Flair will probably be one of them. We shall see. It is what it is.
I mean, that's a given, but it also depends on like what year they're gonna do that because we're not sure what brand Charlotte's gonna get signed to or whatever the case may be.
I think she's on SmackDown. She might even be on Raw. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just neither here nor there. Jade Cargill is never going to get any better. Who cares? We get it. I think Triple H gets it too. So go ahead, Heather.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say the third match was Sami Zayn versus
Chad Gable.
This was the best match of the night.
I agree. I actually like technical wrestling, so this was up my alley.
It did a little bit of everything. The wrestling was really good. The storytelling was really good. And where they were going with this story, so everybody is waiting for Otis to beat the shit out of Chad Gable.
Waiting for Otis.
They're doing the exact same thing that they did with Sami Zayn with Roman Reigns. Not on the same level, but because we all know Otis could literally probably beat the shit out of Chad Gable, right? Because he's
like a pancake.
Yes. But Otis is playing that. He's a lovable teddy bear. That's the character. That's his character, and people are drawn to that. I loved what they do with Maxine. I don't give a fuck if she can wrestle. She is really good at showing facial expressions of. She had the concern that if Chad Gable loses, she's going to be in trouble. And I love the way that she was acting during that match. Otis you can see the conflict going. It's like watching Anakin Skywalker fight against the dark side, but he ends up losing ultimately. But I think at some point it's going to happen where the conflict, he'll finally take the Emperor and throw him into the pit. Is what they're doing with Otis. And I like it. I like what they're doing with Otis. Otis will never be a world champion, but he could win. I honestly, hold on. I could see Chad Gable at some point winning that title and Otis beating him for it.
Yeah, I could easily see Otis as mid-card.
Yeah, I can too. I don't think he'll ever be a world champion, but I think we could see that at some point. And people will lose their shit over it. I think it'd be perfect. It'd be perfect ending to a story. And Sami Zayn is there to root him on and everything. I love what they're doing with Sami. He's playing that underdog. He is an underdog helping other underdogs, and I love it. I love what they're doing. It's a good match. Probably I'd give that match 4.5 stars because it had a little bit of everything.
This was match of the night for me.
Yep. It had a little bit of everything to me. Loved it.
Mary Sean?
Honestly, JP said everything, I agree.
I mean, I don't mean to steal y'all's thunder.
Nah, it's all good.
You can't help yourself. That's the problem.
Well, I'm just explaining what I think. I sorry.
I mean, we
Um,
all agree that Chad Gable might win the Intercontinental Champion later on in the year, and it's
it
just
could
not his
be. It
time
could
right now.
happen. It could happen sooner than we think, though.
I mean, the only
Well,
way it will happen sooner if what's his name, Sami Zayn loses to somebody else. Now, who do you see a contender for the IC after Sami Zayn?
I told you.
Oh, Otis? You think Otis?
Mm-mm-mm. Well, Otis
He's talking
could
about
be a
winning it from
thing.
Sammy. Who do you think is going to beat Sammy to be the IC
I think
champion?
Chad Gable. I think Chad Gable will ultimately. He'll ultimately beat him.
But I thought,
He'll somehow weasel his way back in.
okay, so at the end of the match, he said no more.
I understand that, but AJ Styles,
Hmm.
they did the same thing. He got another shot at Cody. He'll weasel his way back in. It's what heels do. He's being a heel. It's what heels do, and I don't mind it because right now there is nobody for Sammy to face except for Chad Gable.
And they just keep throwing out Bronson
I mean,
Reed
it's
in the mix. But
trust. No. See, you're missing the point. Don't give me that roster bullshit.
I'm not missing no point.
Here's
I said they just kept throwing Bronson Reed in the mix. I didn't say he was going for the.
Bronson Reed. He ain't winning.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
I
I would
think he
like for
was
him.
he was winning. He was thrown into matches to protect Chad
Right.
Gable and who else was in that match?
Sami
Sami
Zayn.
Zayn.
Otis. It's to protect those other guys. That's why Bronson Reed was thrown into it. At some point, Chad Gable will. I think Bronson Reed will get his one-on-one shot, but I don't think he'll beat Sammy. We'll
I
see.
think
I don't
they
know what
had
they're
a
going to do.
one-on-one. Well,
That's the beautiful thing about this. I don't know what they're going to do because Sami Zayn did the no more. We'll see. But I think ultimately he will. That's just what I think. I think that Chad Gable will weasel his way back in to the Intercontinental title and beat Sami Zayn in spite of everybody turning on him. That's what I think will happen. But something will happen, and it could be when he wins it that Otis turns on him because Maxine Dupree will be involved in that turn. Chad Gable will do something, and Maxine Dupree will get haluva kicked because of Chad Gable, or something to that effect, and that's how they do it. That's how Otis beats the shit out of, and then he's like, "I'm coming after you," kind of thing. That's all I'm saying. I think Chad Gable will probably run with the title until WrestleMania, and that's when Otis will beat him for it.
okay.
The next
The next,
the next match was Bayley versus Piper Niven. I love this match. I think they made another star in Piper Niven tonight. She is way better. She is what I think WWE wanted Nia Jax to be.
but if we watch NXT in the Black and Gold era, Piper Niven was
She
She
was a
good.
wasn't
great
in, and
star,
like,
I mean,
but
she
her star
wasn't.
power dropped when Vince decided, oh, her name should be Dewdrop, and she should be this.
yeah. I didn't mean to say Black and Gold. I'm talking about
She wasn't
UK,
really. She
NXT
wasn't
UK.
UK NXT UK.
Yeah.
Yes, she was never really in NXT. She's there a couple of times, but she wasn't. Piper Niven is really good.
Yeah.
And I think Triple H made another star out of Piper Niven. Ultimately, Piper Niven will turn babyface, and it'll be because Chelsea Green does something stupid.
I mean, I don't mind her staying as a heel.
No, the Piper Niven is. I think she can pull off the babyface. I think she would be a good tweener. She's young yet. She's only like 28.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
That's where I see it going. Piper Niven could be a babyface and she could be a heel. They did a really good job with her tonight, I think.
Showcase
Triple H made another start. Well, actually, Bailey made Piper Niven tonight. I'll say that right now. That's my thought. That match, I'd probably give 3 stars to.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I mean, there will be future opportunities for Piper Niven. There's still time, as you already stated, that she is young, and there's a bright future for her. She actually held her own really well in the ring with a veteran of Bailey caliber. So I'm just looking forward to seeing her in the ring with other competitors.
Okay. What I'd like to get Heather's thoughts. I like getting Heather's thoughts on these women's matches. It may not seem like it, but I actually do want to hear what she has to say. Go ahead.
I'm about 3.5 stars on this match because
Right.
I've always admired Piper Niven from what I had seen of her when she came to the WWE. I liked her style. I liked her sassiness, and I liked the fact that she was basically another bruiser being added to the women's division. And that's what the women's division has sorely been missing since figures like Beth Phoenix retired.
Right.
So
I would like to talk about the poll real quick before we move on to the main event. Are you done, Heather? Or
I was in the middle of a sentence.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
This match, I wouldn't say built a new star. I would say rebuilt Piper Niven. Because, as I said before, she was already a star. But then that whole dewdrop bullshit fucking happened, and her star power dropped. This rebuilt it for me.
Okay. I wouldn't even say she was a star. The dewdrop thing.
No, she was a star.
Vince. The only reason people didn't like her is because of the name. Piper Niven did not change the way she wrestles because of her name. It was her name that nobody liked. If you can get past the name, you're still looking at Piper Niven today as she was back then. She just wasn't dressed in rainbow stuff and all that. You know what I mean? This is me just thinking about. So why did you shut off your camera? I don't. You can leave it off. Huh?
I had to do something.
Oh, you had to adjust your boobies? Okay.
Such a dick.
What?
Moving on.
So I want to talk about this poll. So I know 4 people have voted, and three people have given it a B. I know I'm one of those. Rayshawn said he was one of those. And I'm going to say it's
I made the poll, so I can't vote on it.
Right. So Heather did not vote. I'm gonna say Arush and Chu put the D in there.
More than likely, it was probably Alpha, actually.
Why would you put a D? I want to know what makes you think it was a D.
I would
Whoever put
accept
that,
the C.
and it's okay. I'm not going to judge you, but I want to hear your thoughts. You can send me or put your thoughts in the chat and tell me why you would give this show a D. And if it's a Russian Jew, that's fine. But if you didn't watch the show, I can understand why you gave it a D. But you missed a really good show. That's all I'm saying. The main event. I loved Drew's entrance.
Yes.
I anytime there is bagpipes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm hooked. I love listening to bagpipe music. Weird like that. Whenever Amazing Grace is played, it has to be with bagpipes. And that's the last time I cried was probably listening to that in bagpipes. Amazing Grace. It's probably the last time I cried. But I would like to get Heather's thoughts because I know that she said this brought down the rating of the show for her because of the finish. Why?
Because with Damian Priest, if it's not Judgment Day helping him, it's somebody else helping him. I.e. fucking CM Punk.
Okay. So why are you mad at that?
It's just proving Damian Priest doesn't deserve the championship.
Okay, but that has nothing.
You got pissed every time the Bloodline helped Roman Reigns. This is the exact same situation.
I get you. It became redundant because it was the Bloodline helping Roman win. There was a reason CM Punk did what he did. He didn't really interfere. He screwed over Drew McIntyre by coming out and impersonating a referee. And Drew McIntyre lost sight of what he was there to do, and it cost him the match. Yes, CM Punk kicked him in the nuts. Got it. Completely get it. However, I don't mind what they did. Because now you know at SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre will win the title. He's going to get his run in front of the fans at some point. Everybody's saying, oh, he should have gone to... Shut the fuck up. He's not... He was never going to go to AEW. Drew McIntyre will probably... He's going to get his run with the title. It's going to happen. And it may actually be Cody Rhodes who loses to Drew McIntyre. Because he may win the Money in the Bank. Everybody thinks it's going to be Jey Uso. I think it could be Drew McIntyre.
We have to wait and see who's all going to be in that match to begin with, because what's going to happen if we find out that Drew is not even in Money in the Bank?
What's
going to be your thought process for that then?
What's going to be my thought process? He wins the Royal Rumble. And he will beat Cody for the title. Yeah, that means Cody is holding until WrestleMania. Which is fine. I don't care. Drew will get a run with the title. It will happen. I can understand the frustration. It's Triple H's booking. He does the run-in stuff because it works. It extends a feud. It continues a feud. This is how he books. Yes, is it formulaic? It could become formulaic, and it could become a problem. However, so far he's done a pretty good job of not overdoing it. Look, you can sit there and do your eye roll and everything like that, Heather. But
I'm just
Vince
going
did
off of
this.
what I have heard you say.
Vince
Triple H
has
has taken
Vince
over, and we had to
Vince
deal with Bloodline and Judgment Day pulling their shit.
Vince fucking started that bullshit with the fucking bloodline, not Triple H. Vince
Vince may have
had
started
the
it, but Triple H kept it going.
Vince did the same thing. He started the shit with the bloodline always interfering in matches. It wasn't Triple H that did it. He just extended it to get to Cody for the next year. That's why they did what they did. I get what you're saying, but there's a reason why he had to do it. He had to fix Vince's fuck ups. So he had to continue doing shit in order to fix it. This is different. This isn't the bloodline or the Judgment Day helping. CM Punk is not joining the Judgment Day.
I didn't say anything about him joining.
And I understand. Yes, correct. But my point is, this is to get CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. It's honestly, a money match.
I think they had that match already in stone.
No, they didn't. No, they did not.
I mean, you got to think about it. They were supposed to have a match at WrestleMania. It didn't happen due to injury. And after WrestleMania, there was a lot of, promos going back and forth. So, I mean.
So, let me finish. It solidified what happened in that match with CM Punk interfering with Drew McIntyre, solidified that they are doing it at SummerSlam.
No, I hear you, but it could have went a different way too.
Where are they going to go with it? So you're going to have okay. Hold on. Stop. No, then you're fucking Drew. You're making Drew look weak. Damian. All right. Here's the thing. Damian Priest is nowhere near the level of Drew McIntyre. There is no fucking way they were ever going to have Drew McIntyre is levels above Damian Priest when it comes to superstar, where they are. Whether people like it or fucking not, Damian Priest is a paper champion. He is a placeholder for the next person. And whether that is Drew McIntyre or that is CM Punk, I do not know. That could be the match at SummerSlam. Whoever wins that match gets a shot at Damian Priest again at I don't know.
You mean it could be a match at Money in the Bank that leads to SummerSlam. That's what you meant?
They're going to do Drew McIntyre and CM Punk at SummerSlam. They aren't going to do that at Money in the Bank. Where is Money in the Bank?
I think in Canada, Toronto.
Yeah, they aren't gonna do that because I know the what is it, the Bash at Berlin?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They might do it there.
It's Money in the Bank is on Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, they aren't gonna do that. They aren't gonna. That match is taking away from Money in the Bank already.
I mean, Money in the Bank is taken away from Money in the Bank, if you ask me.
If you want me to do that, I think they should get rid of Money in the Bank. That's just a whole other issue. I'm not going to go there with it. But the Money in the Bank, if they were to do, because they're already probably going to do Cody Rhodes versus somebody, they're probably going to do Damian Priest, and they don't want to overload the Money in the Bank pay-per-view with a bunch of, do it at SummerSlam. Triple H is trying to build SummerSlam as the summer WrestleMania. which is what it should be.
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble, really, and they call it the Big Four. The Royal Rumble, really? Do you want me to be honest with you? I don't even think it should be a pay-per-view either. I really don't.
Why you say that?
I think the Royal Rumble should just be a match within a fucking pay-per-view. It can be in January, but call it something else. It's a gimmick match. It's a gimmick pay-per-view. If you're gonna start getting rid of gimmick pay-per-views, I would get rid of all of them and just have those matches in other pay-per-views. And you call it, I don't know,
the gimmick battle royal, like they did at WrestleMania.
No. I'm not saying change the name. I'm saying change the name of the pay-per-view. Like have the women's Royal Rumble at fucking King of the Ring or whatever. You know, don't have both Royal Rumbles on the same night.
I wouldn't do it at Queen of the Ring though.
I'm just giving an example. Do it at fucking, I don't know, do it at the Clash at the Castle. I don't fucking know. Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. But they shouldn't have two Royal Rumbles. Elimination Chamber shouldn't be a fucking pay-per-view.
No, that should be part of No Way Out along with TLC.
There you go. Well, TLC shouldn't be a fucking pay-per-view either. And it's not anymore.
That's why I said combine them and make it No Way Out.
So No Way Out should be where they do Elimination Chamber, but I don't want two Elimination Chambers on that fucking show. Have the other one on fucking, I don't know, Backlash. I don't fucking know. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Having the Hell in a Cell.
That's after Mania.
Oh my God, I'm just giving you examples. I don't give a fuck when they do it.
Instead of having Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, just have Armageddon.
They don't have a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. All the gimmick pay-per-views are going away. They don't do them anymore. The only one they have left is Money in the Bank, and honestly, they need to get fucking rid of it.
Yeah, that should just be a WrestleMania match like it used to
Well,
be.
and Elimination Chamber is still a thing. I think it should be just pay-per-views should be named differently, but that's neither here nor there. So, but this match was about as good as the first match was. There was a spot where Damian Priest got caught up in the rope because he tried doing the same thing, and it happens. All I seen was, oh my God, Damian Priest is a terrible wrestler because he can't. Not everybody is 100% on the fucking ropes. I am fucking waiting for that fucking guy that does the river dance on the fucking ropes to slip and fucking bang his nuts, and his nuts come popping out of his fucking shorts and shit.
Who the hell are you talking about?
There's
Commander
a guy down in the Indies who's fucking.
No.
Oh no, you're talking about not
Commander from AEW.
Yeah.
Amanda is.
He literally does the fucking river dance on the ropes before he does an arm drag.
All that for arm
He's
drag?
got the guy's arm.
This is the shit that I wish Lucha did not bring into our world of wrestling, because that shit, when you're dealing with people that have common fucking sense, they're not going to be standing there waiting for you to do your whole fucking dance routine before you arm drag them halfway across the ring.
I mean, they did it for Undertaker with the old school maneuver.
Well, yes, but he didn't do it, like, as soon as they got into the match. He beat the fuck out of them first and made them, like, had to drag them along with him as he did that.
Understandable.
So this guy that does the river dance, he literally gets on the ropes and jumps and does, like, you've seen the river dance before, right, Rayshawn?
Yes.
So he literally does a river dance on the rope between the first and second rope, right? And then while he's holding on to a guy's arm, and the guy is just standing there letting him do his fucking shit, and then does an arm drag.
It basically goes into Starship Pain before doing the arm drag. It's like, what the fuck?
It's stupid. It's really retarded and looks like, if it was me, I would have just literally grabbed the guy's arm and just threw him.
Pulled him right off the ropes and said, fuck you.
I would have pulled him right out, or kicked the rope.
Do the Randy Orton. Stupid.
Yes.
Stupid.
So I will not. It happens. I'm just waiting for that guy to fucking destroy himself doing the river dance, because he missed the rope and then fucking he loses his fucking nuts and penis because he's severed them from his body because he does a stupid river dance. It's dumb. Everybody that, oh my God, he's a terrible wrestler. Well, if you want to see somebody do that shit all the time, that you're the fucking problem, not the wrestler.
But anyway, Rayshawn, what are your thoughts on this match? Because we haven't heard from you.
I haven't watched this match entirely. I just saw like little snippet on Twitter.
You need to watch it. It's actually pretty good. It served its purpose. I would give the show overall a 7 out of 10. 7.5 maybe. I liked it because when I watched this and I seen the results, I'm like, I don't know, but because I didn't really get a chance to go and see what actually happened in the matches, and when I watched them, okay, I can get behind what they did. I can totally get behind what they did. Monday is going to be an interesting day for Monday night. Let me put it to you like that.
And you'll probably walk out the door as it goes off the air.
I will not. I will be in the air when it starts. Well, I'll still be in the air. My plane lands at 8:42.
What, West Coast time or?
No, Central time. My flight leaves at 11:49, I think. I'd have to look at. I haven't looked. I'll let you know tomorrow, but I will be able to watch it while I'm in the air.
Mm-hmm. So,
There's that.
Just overall for you, Rayshawn, even not having seen the full of the main event, what would you rate the show?
It was out of a 10, I will give it 6.5. It was a good solid watch.
That's what Heather gave it, I think.
It was a good watch. It wasn't a terrible show.
No. Triple H is going to have to start figuring out, especially if they are doing all of these overseas shows, he needs to start figuring out how to get above mediocre, though.
But not yet. I agree. And what makes the show a 6.5 is masked with the five match card. No,
I like it.
No. I think having it stay at the 5 matches versus the 13 to 15 fucking matches we were getting.
I agree. Mm-mm. I agree. That's why the show is so easily digestible with the 5 matches.
You can actually have matches. You don't have to rush and give a 5-minute. There wasn't a match on this card that was under 10 minutes.
And I appreciate the little the packages, the promo packages for like people like Alba Fire and Isla Dawn and Piper Niven. Like this, sometimes there's people that don't watch wrestling on a daily basis. Then I didn't even know who Alba Fire was when we was doing our HGGM.
I had her on New Japan, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know who that was. So I like how Triple H put in promo packages for these upcomers.
I need to fucking figure out what song they had playing during Bailey and Piper Niven's fucking video package, because that song was fucking amazing.
I didn't get to see any of the packages because I watched the replay, so the replay didn't have any of the stuff in between, so it didn't matter. I didn't care. But yeah, so I actually think Triple H has done a good job of booking his PLEs so far. He isn't giving anything away. He's not putting every match. He's not putting 12 matches on the card. He's putting the important matches on the card.
Correct.
And he's putting them in a position to tell stories.
Yep.
So that's what I'm liking about WWE.
It's the not everybody needs to be on the card formula.
And now at WrestleMania, that's different.
Right.
Because that's when they get their bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay.
I mean, even with WrestleMania, like if you didn't do nothing throughout the year, I mean.
But if you watched like a lot of the matches, there's a lot of multi-man matches because they want to get everybody on the card.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they came up with the WrestleMania, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, so that everybody that was literally employed by them would get on the card.
That takes place on SmackDown. It doesn't take place.
Now it does, but when they first came up with it, it was on WrestleMania.
Well, personally, I think they should put it back on WrestleMania.
Well, I think it's fine. Where is it at? And if you want to utilize like a lot of people, you know what you just said, like it's their big payday. Get rid of Money in the Bank pay-per-view and put that Money in the Bank back into WrestleMania. That way you get like.
Because then
I do agree.
WrestleMania to WrestleMania for that cash in.
Correct. You could have 6 to 8 superstars.
No,
I do agree.
It's a full year.
Yep, it's full year. It's full year.
They have from Money in the Bank to Money in the Bank to cash in.
That is correct.
But WrestleMania to WrestleMania is so much better. Because that's when you can really build some fucking drama.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't have anything. Good. I'm tired. I have to get up in the morning. I have to work at 6:30 again. Last day of the bullshit for me. I shouldn't call it bullshit. It's been a good weekend, but
Happy Father's Day,
2 more days
JT.
of the bullshit.
it is what it is. So I enjoyed the show. We'll probably be back tomorrow night for No Bucks Given because there's some stuff I still want to talk about. Not about wrestling, but I know Basement will be there probably, so he'd probably give his thoughts on what happened.
If he gets the time to watch it properly, yeah.
Yeah, so I will probably. That's my thought, and then there's a couple of things that I would like to talk about. Not so much politics, but it does have to do with what's going on. A law was just passed today. So,
yeah.
It's an interesting law. So if you're 26, you better get ready. Or 18 to 26, you better get ready. That's all I'm going to say. That's a teaser for tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I got plenty of my own things to say on that. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow. I guess Connor passed out on us, so yeah. Fun time.
Yeah.
But y'all have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Night night.